So there's two sites. The sites that you were describing are within South Prairie, correct? And then there was another site that you visited, Cold Springs? Okay. Okay.
Would you guys like to introduce yourself to us?
I've got a question, and I'll do introduction too. My name's Brendan Norman. I'm the director of the Mount Adams Institute, so one of your partners on this cool experience. My question is less science focused, and it's more kind of focused in on you all. You did really cool research and got to see some pretty neat lands around and on the Gifford Pinchot National Forest. What's kind of the takeaway for you all outside of the science stuff that you did? What are you going to leave this 2-week field ecology experience with?
Knowledge.
New friends.
I was gonna go with like change, learning how things change.
And your experiences. A deeper understanding of how everything is connected.
I just feel lost fresh knowledge.
For me, I think I'm gonna take in like everything. It was a learning experience.
I would say experience.
Okay, thanks.
Before we go, could we introduce ourselves to them? Tell us a little bit about your jobs. Is that, if we have the time for that?
Sure. So I'm Rick McClure, and I'm the archaeologist for the Gifford Pinchot National Forest, and also manage the Tribal Relations Program. And I have a real interest in South Prairie because we have archaeological sites there, including culturally modified trees. They're cedar trees that have been stripped of their bark to make baskets, and they're along the edges of South Prairie. And so we've done some age estimates on those. Sometimes we do increment boring, but increment boring doesn't work too well to date those kinds of trees. But anyway, so I'm familiar with that area. Also interested in that area because it has one of the only populations of cranberries of any of our natural wet meadow type areas on the forest. There's two places, Dead Horse and South Prairie, that have natural cranberry bogs. So that's another cultural thing about South Prairie. Anyways, enough of that. Anyways, great presentation. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you.
I'm Chris Donnermeyer. I'm the South Zone archaeologist on the forest, so essentially the southern half. I work very closely with Rick and with the other specialists, including Andrea, and my job is helping Rick manage the cultural resources on the forest, and then also lending project support for timber sales and other types of projects that come up on the forest.
I'm Aaron Stanton. I work with Brendan at the Mount Adams Institute, and I think it's a phenomenal program that you got to participate in. And I just wonder is this something you'd recommend to your friends? Will you go back and kind of try to get people? Yeah.
They know me.
You want to go?
Sure. Hi, I'm Dave Wickwire. I have the pleasure of running the recreation program here at Mount Adams for the Gifford Pinchot National Forest, and that includes the wilderness areas on Mount Adams and the campgrounds, the trails. It's a wonderful job, and you guys just did a wonderful job. That was really, really interesting. So thank you.
And you guys know me, so I'm a botanist, but I had one last question for you guys. So now that you've been out there and done some scientific sampling and spent days working in the field, do any of you feel like, maybe this is kind of where I want to go with my future career? I'm just curious.
I've known that for a while.
Oh yeah, wow, nice. Or did you come out with the opposite feeling, like, I really do not want to be spit? That's good to learn to know a little bit about yourself and what you like and what you don't. That's excellent. Well, thank you guys for doing that. It's really good data. Really, I'm going to be using that data, and I really appreciate that you guys spent time thinking about it, you know, not just collecting the data, but thinking about what was going on out there, and came up with your ideas. So I'm going to really take all of those management recommendations very seriously and think about the possibilities.
And did Andrea tell you all that South Prairie is going to be on television, right?
I did.
Yeah,
She did tell her about that, so we're going to look forward to that show.
When is that?
Sometime in the spring. We don't know exactly when the date is.
Well, thank you guys for coming here and listening to our presentation.